Hi, I'm Tellie from Hooks and Hammocks, and today we are going to make salmon patties. I'm going to do it the way I do it. Not everyone does it this way. So I use the cans, the chicken and sea pink salmon. For my family, I use 4 cans, so that's how we are going to prepare this. And I went ahead and drained it and deboned it. Not everybody does. Some just drain it and put it in there. It's whatever you prefer. So, as you can see, it is in the bowl. I'm going to use a spoon and kind of break these big chunks up. While I do this mixture, I already have a skillet on the stove, and I always use Crisco. And it's already heating up. I use about 3 heaping spoonfuls, just enough to kind of coat the bottom of the skillet. So by the time we are done mixing this and making our patties, it will be heated enough. All right, as you can see, I've broken everything up. I will use almost a whole package of saltine crackers. I have 1 egg per can. Sometimes if you put too many crackers in it, you can always add an egg to make it a little bit more moist. The idea is to make sure that they stick. Some salt and pepper, and then Lowry seasoning salt as well. All right, so you're going to crush our crackers. We'll start off with at least about 3/4 of the sleeve. You can always add more if it's too moist. We'll start off with 4 eggs. And we'll give it a good mix. Go ahead and do about 3 or 4 shakes of pepper. About 1/4 teaspoon of salt. About 1/2 teaspoon of Lowry seasoning salt in the mixture. Can kind of press it down a little bit if it kind of goes ahead and starts sticking together. You know that it's moist enough. You don't want it dry, because once you make your patties and get ready to flip it in the skillet, they will fall apart. The more I mix it, the kind of looks a little dry, so we'll add 1 more egg, and then that should do it. So we have used a total of 5 eggs. I like brown eggs. You can use white eggs. It doesn't really matter. Farm fresh eggs work just as well. If you're not one to get your hands all nasty, and you can always put gloves on. My hands are clean, so I will be getting ready to put these in little patties. You should get about 10 patties. About scoop out about a softball size. Kind of mush it together a little bit. Roll it where you have like a ball, and just kind of flatten it out. You'll have a patty just like that. Like I said, this mixture does 10 patties, depending on the size. We generally have a couple little ones. worry about if it seems too wet when you're making your patties. While it's sitting, it will kind of dry out a little bit. My skillet, I normally put 3 in at a time. These are a little bit bigger and thicker than I normally make them, but that's okay. It's just whatever you prefer. They don't have to be uniform. Mine never are. You can make ahead all of your patties, or you can make them as you go. I will say, if you make them ahead, you don't have to worry about keep touching your spatula and having to rinse it every time, because you will have salmon patty stuff on it. Probably get about 4 more out of that, out of this mixture. And there are some variations. You don't have to use crackers if you're not a bread person. I've heard that you can also use pork rinds or breadcrumbs, panko crumbs. It just kind of depends on your preference. All right, this will be our last patty. And then our grease, Crisco, should be nice and hot. And I always place these on a spatula to put them in a skillet. That way you don't risk splashing it. Okay, wash my hands. Okay, our grease should be nice and hot. It should start sizzling as we put them in. I chose a bigger skillet today so we can do 4 patties at a time. Okay, while those are cooking, I will clean up my mess. You will flip them in about 6 minutes on each side. It doesn't take very long. You want them nice and golden brown. So when it's time to flip them and they are ready, I will show you what they look like when they are finished. All right, they are in the skillet and they are frying. So I will show you what they look like once we turn them. They should be golden brown on the other side. Like I said, in about 6 minutes, we will flip them. And then 6 minutes after that, we'll pull them out. Okay, it's been about 6 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and flip them. I always use a fork to kind of help support it. Then I will show you what they look like. They're nice pretty and golden brown. So in about 6-7 minutes, they will be done. And then we will transfer them over to our dish that we are going to put the rest of them in. So we will continue with the rest of our patties. We still have 6 to go. So when all of them are completely done, I will show you what they look like. Okay, so the last of our salmon patties have just finished. So I'm going to put them in our container and I will show you what they all look like. Okay, all of our salmon patties are now complete. I put them in the container just to keep them all warm because they do cool off very quickly. So here they are. Nice golden brown. The edges are really crispy. You can serve them by themselves on a plate. I put ketchup on mine. My family also puts them on a sandwich with mayonnaise. You can eat them however you want, or just like this. So if you like this video, we have others. Please check us out. Like I said, I am Tellie from Hooks and Hammocks. If you would like, please like us and subscribe. Thank you for watching.